listener past, telecast, it's the 10 items or less podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 10 Items or Less. I'm your host, Justin Smith. You know the deal. We bring in a guest and we fire 10 questions at him. My guest today is comedian, fellow Oklahoma boy, Matt Ross. We got into a plethora of things, but really it was just two Oklahoma kids catching up, having a good time, and learning a few life lessons along the way. This episode truly was so much fun. I'm so excited for you guys to watch it. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. And without further ado, Matt Ross. Well, dude, thanks for doing the pod, man.
Happy to be here.
You ready to get into it?
Yeah, dude. Let's kick it off.
All right. First question. What is the best stadium food you've ever had?
Whoa, best stadium food I've ever had. That's a great question because, like, my initial answer wants to be just like any nacho I've ever, because there's a specific cheese that's only at concessions
for sure
and gas stations.
Yeah, there's something about when the cheese comes in a 5-gallon bag or a big round can.
The big round cans where it comes out like Jell-O and then they warm it into a liquid. There's something about that hits really, really well. I will say probably the best I've had is my buddy got like tickets through his work for a Dolphins game. When I lived in Florida, and we went, and it was one of those ones where you're in a section, but you have access to the like little, like they have like a buffet and a bar and like all that stuff. There was like shrimp. It was like, I felt like, whoa.
That's cool.
If I had been watching, I was watching the Dolphins and the Texans play, and this was like 3 or 4 years ago. So it was like maybe the worst game that you could have watched. There was a reason my buddy got those tickets. He wasn't like, he didn't have like an awesome job. I think nobody else wanted them. It was literally watching a team that like combined had 3 wins for the entire season. Yeah. So it was like a pretty rough game.
But do we need a lanyard to be here? No.
Yeah, they were like, no, we're just happy somebody showed up, honestly. Yeah. And so that was probably the best because I remember they had like a whole spread of like shrimp, and they always, anytime you're in Florida, regardless of where you are, they do something that's like, so they had like a little like coffee place set up for like little Cuban coffees and stuff like that. And then,
well, those things are always dangerous because if you've ever sat in like a box with somebody, you know, obviously, you know, you're with somebody when that happens, but they put out the catering spread and you're like, you know what? I've never put raw shrimp on a hot dog and covered it with cheese.
Yeah.
I've never done that before.
And I'm able to do it here right now. It's almost like they want me to do it.
You can't leave me to this.
But
it's like an open bar at a wedding.
But also, also the thing is like when you're the one who's not, like when you're the one who has been brought, you have to behave.
Yeah.
You can't be like, as soon as they open that bar, you don't want to seem too, you want to act like you've been there before. You're like, I'm not even that blown away by soft pretzels, honestly. Yeah. That's cool. Like, I'll have 3 or 4, but like only because they're here. And then I end up like pacing myself out. It's like anytime, because I like love to eat. And I'm a big dude, so anytime I go eat with people and we're like sharing stuff, I'm always like really mindfully like making sure that people know I'm like, yeah, I've had 2 of those. Everybody else has had 2, right? Yeah. There's 1 left if anybody wants it. Are you sure I can have it? Oh yeah. No, if nobody else wants it, like, but reality is like I could have eaten half of everything that was on this table.
For sure.
But I'm like, you have to act like you've been there before. You're
doing
cool
math for the entire table.
I love
it.
Dude, it's actually a thing I've tried to stop doing where I'm super insecure to take the last bite of something.
Yes.
I'm doing math to make sure everybody's eating the right amount of things. And then I'm getting mad at other people because I'm like, well, I watched Jessica eat 3 pieces of that pizza and there's only 8 pieces, but there's 4 of us. So like, what is she doing?
Yeah.
Obviously we each have 2 pieces. Or if we're all ordering our own thing, it's like a group of people and the server comes up and goes, chicken teriyaki, and nobody claims it. I'm the first one to be like, guys, who ordered the chicken teriyaki? Yeah. Everybody pay attention. And I take on that anxiety for them. And I've tried to stop doing it. I'm just like, this isn't my job. This isn't my job. It's not my job to pay attention.
What would you have you ever had somebody they set the food down and you get like the wrong thing and they start eating your food and you're trying not to flip out?
It's like I listen. I know we ordered the same burger, but I'm pretty sure that's the one without cilantro on it.
Yeah.
So I think because I don't see it, but I see it on mine. I think you're eating mine. We like yeah. You just have to be kind of cool, like where you're just kind of like, hey, are you sure that's are you sure that's yours or whatever?
Can I tell you? I've figured out a bonus to the situation.
Okay.
It happened on Easter. I was with my family and my grandma. We went to dinner with her, and she kind of just grabs and eats whatever. So I learned that I got a Caesar salad with my meal, and the lady puts it down in front of her. Now I know my grandma did not get a Caesar salad, but my grandma, if there's salad, she loves a salad.
Yeah.
So she grabs it. She takes a couple bites of the Caesar salad. And then I hear her go, I don't think it came with my meal, but she gave it to me. I know I didn't get one.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
And also, it's your grandma. You can't. But I'm like, oh, this is an opportunity. So what I did was I said, hey, I asked the server, I go, hey, did I get a Caesar salad? She goes, oh my gosh. I guess they put it down in the wrong place. And my grandma goes, oh my gosh, is this yours? And I go, yeah, it's okay. And she goes, I'll get you another one real quick. Now, my grandma's not going to eat that salad because it's not hers.
Right.
And I'm getting a fresh salad.
Yeah.
So I got an entree Caesar salad.
Yes, exactly.
And I took my entree home.
You saw an opportunity to get extra salad, and
Double
you took
meal.
it, and that's it. That is a good. If they sit something down at the wrong person, you don't address it with the person. This is a great hack. This is really good. I'm glad I came here today.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for.
Then you don't address it with the person sitting. You address it with the server. So they either just go, "Oh, I guess you didn't get that," and they bring you another one, or like, "Well, that's smart, man." All
Also,
right.
it was a place where the manager brought the food, so the manager made the mistake.
Yeah.
And the manager is quick to fix.
Yes, exactly.
Because they want to manage the whole restaurant.
Yeah,
as opposed to just this.
That's the thing that people don't realize. People don't realize, like if I'm like if I really hate what I'm eating, or if something is wrong or whatever, like people are so quick to be like, no, it's fine. I'm like, no, here's the thing. They want to fix it because then they know they gave us good service.
Right.
Which now they know they're getting a tip. Now the thing is, I'm going to tip 20% either way, unless you like walk up and go, "What's up, fatty?" and spit in my food and give it. Then I'm like, okay, well, you're getting 15.
Then I pay 25%.
Yeah. So like. But yeah, I'm so quick to be like, hey, this is not what I got, or this is wrong, or like this has only happened a couple times because it has to be really egregious. But I would just like, hey, this is bad. This is really bad.
Yeah.
Like this is just not at all what I want to spend.
This is not the Texas Roadhouse standard. I'm going to tell you that right now.
This is not medium rare. Okay, this is more like medium maybe. Yeah.
All right, dude, next question. What is the worst tattoo idea that you've been talked out of?
That's a good question because I do have a lot of tattoos. I think, man, the worst one that I've been talked out of. The funny thing is nobody's ever truly talked to me off a ledge of any tattoo.
Wow.
Which is how I've ended up with so many. I think
when you get a tattoo, do you put it out? Like, are you like, hey, I'm thinking about getting this, or do you just go?
So my artist is like one of my good buddies, and I have American Traditional, which is like a very well-known style, and all it is like everybody copying, pasting the same kind of tattoos.
Oh,
so
cool.
I'll see one and then go, I want that. I'll send it to him, and then he'll redesign it and make it like his own. Like he'll draw it on his own and make it his, and then I usually get that.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, because there are some that he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that, but I can't remember. Well, my first tattoo is an ice cream cone with lightning bolts coming out of the top of it.
Okay.
So that is
The Gucci Man, if
That
you
is
will?
because of Gucci Man.
Yeah.
Yes. Which he has it very famously tattooed on his face, which I wasn't prepared for at the moment.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. And I was with a girl I was dating. We were in Nashville, actually. And
Are these all hip hop tattoo? That's Young Jeezy.
So
right?
this is Gucci Mane and this is Young Jeezy.
Yeah.
So I'm actually I like that you know that. So.
Yeah.
She was like, let's go. She had a couple tattoos. She's like, let's go get a tattoo. And I was like, I don't know. Like, the crazy thing is before I started getting tattoos, I was always like, I was like, I like them. I think they're attractive on other people. They're not for me. And then she was like, we should go get one. I was like, I don't know. And she was like, right now, what comes to your head if you think you have to get a tattoo, what would you get? And I was like, the Gucci Mane ice cream cone, obviously. And so I was thinking about it and she was like, why don't you text somebody and ask if you should do this? And whatever they say, you do. And I was like, that's fun. So I texted my little brother who immediately was like, yes, dude, 100%. And then I didn't think about it. He was in college at the time. He was just at his frat house, like drunk.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the decision maker for my permanent decision, is this drunk 21-year-old.
The universe is speaking.
Yeah. So then we went and got it. And it turns out I have a bit of an addictive personality. I probably 6 or so, maybe actually less than that, went back to Nashville and I thought I should get another tattoo. And Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy had just publicly squashed their years-long beef.
Right.
And I like both of them. I mean, I'm Team Gucci if I have to pick.
For sure.
But they're both like so iconic to Atlanta rap, which is like my favorite genre, I guess, or subgenre. So they had squashed their beef. So I was like, I'm gonna get the snowman tattooed on me.
That's
and then
awesome.
I got that.
So and also in the location, I don't know if you can see this, they're right next to each other.
They are right next to each other. So I wanted them. I don't know why the guy I got tattooed, he wanted to put it there. I wanted to put them like right next to each other, where they were almost like that.
Like a V for victory.
Yes, kind of.
There it is.
Yeah, and maybe I shouldn't have been talked out of that by some like skinny guy who like took 3 cigarette breaks during this like 40-minute tattoo.
Wild.
Yeah, I mean it was crazy.
You're like he's fighting some demons right now.
Yeah. Tattoo artists mostly are troubled people for sure. But yeah. So and then I also I think the question should be what wasn't I talked out of, because I have this thumbs up right here, which is a matching tattoo with one of my best friends, but it's matching because we got it done by our other friend in the kitchen with a like tattoo machine that had been purchased on Amazon.
Oh wow.
So it did not heal very well. It ended up like it wasn't infected, but they didn't use the right kind of needles for shading, so it scabbed up.
Didn't have gloves.
The scab, no, didn't have gloves. Wash their hands, but didn't have gloves.
Well, that's nice.
I'm lucky, honestly, that it did. And then I ended up having my tattoo artist go back over it so that it looked.
I was gonna say, I was like, listen, man, I don't know much about Amazon tattoo guns, but that has to be the best tattoo that's ever been done.
Dude, it was bad. It was really bad. This dark part right here, they did with like a single need, only a couple words. Like shading, you'll have, I don't know how many, but you'll have a little like line of needles.
Yeah.
And so it was done with such a fine needle that it scabbed really hard. And then my roommate's dog accidentally scratched my leg, pulled the entire scab off of my leg. Which then I think I'm gonna die from sepsis. I'm like already freaking out. So then when it finally healed, like there wasn't even any ink there. Like it was just like because it had just gotten pulled off with the scab. It was a mess.
That's a quality tattoo. It's like I had a tattoo and then the dog ruined it.
Yeah, the dog ripped my tattoo off of my skin. Something I didn't think was possible.
You're like, this was Temu before Temu existed.
Yes, exactly.
That's amazing, dude. Next question. What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever left behind in a hotel room?
Ooh, there's a lot of things that I could say that might be inappropriate.
Right.
And those are embarrassing. You leave contraceptive if you will, you might leave,
of course,
you leave a rag that's been soiled, something but they're used to that.
Of course.
The most embarrassing thing that I leave behind, really like on a somewhat frequent level, is just like one of my shirts. Like I just lose shirts I come home after 3 days in Sacramento, and I'm like, why do I have one less shirt? Like it's one room. It's one. It's not. There's not like a hallway. It's not like, oh, I left it in the foyer. It's like, oh, I didn't look hard enough. I was in Florida and I had to borrow a friend's shirt to go. I had to go to like a wedding rehearsal and I didn't have a shirt for it, so I borrowed a friend's shirt. And he was like, that is my favorite shirt though, so don't lose it. All I did is I went to the rehearsal. I stayed a night in the hotel that the wedding was at, and then I did the wedding the next day, and then I left. And I lost my buddy's favorite shirt. I didn't even go in. I didn't go anywhere with it. I went one place and I lost the entire shirt. I had to spend $60 to send him a new shirt.
Was there any way where you're like, oh, I bet you I left it?
Honestly, the only thing I can think of is that it was a white shirt, and obviously it's like white comforters and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I probably just left it on top of the bed. I do stuff all the time going, you'll remember that this is here, and then I forget it every single time.
My big thing is always like I when I pack up, I always put everything on the bed, so I put it in the suitcase. But the thing that I do the most is if I have the suitcase closed or whatever, like I'll put the suitcase, it'll be on top of something, and then when I zip it up, I don't see what's underneath it, and then I just grab and go. The big suitcase is the last thing I grab before I leave. And so that happens every once in a while. Although I will say the most embarrassing thing, I'm a bidet guy.
Oh,
I love bidet.
You travel with a bidet?
I found a amazing travel one.
How does that even work?
It literally it just folds up like you unscrew it and it's just like a little portable you charge it.
Whoa.
And it is life changing. But
I'm also a bidet guy, so I get it.
But it's like this very long. It breaks down, but it's a very long. And you're like, dude, I got it, and I have it in the bathroom. It was the first time I took it out, and I left it, and I just go, there's no way somebody walking in knows what that is.
Right, and it's also one of those things that it's not like, oh, well, at least whoever found it's getting good use out of it. Like, what kind of sicko would find somebody else's portable bidet and be like, perfect, now I'm going to use this for my butt. Right. Like, what? No.
I just imagine some lady finds it, doesn't know what it is, and then realizes, oh, you can put water in this and it squirts. So now she's like, you know who loves things that squirt water? My kids.
Yeah.
And then she's like, why do these kids keep getting pink eye?
Or she's like, oh, wow, this is great. This is like a water pick.
Yeah. Dude.
This is good. So floss hurts my gums. So this is
this is great.
Yeah.
Haven't been to the dentist since I got this water pick. Yeah. Oh yeah. What's that little writing say? I don't have my glasses. It says bidet buddy on it. That's
That's awesome.
All right, next question. What is one food trend you can't get behind?
Oh my God, I know I have one. Oh, well, so this is like low-hanging fruit. I'm sure there's others that I'm really about. There's two that come to mind. First off, avocado toast. I love avocados. I love toast. I love avocado toast. Mm-hmm. Why is it $17?
Now you're talking.
I know how much an avocado.
It felt like you were about to start a war there. I was like,
listen, I love it. I'm not talking badly about the dish avocado toast.
Okay.
But because it's good. It's like, yeah, those are two good things. We all love toast.
We need to draw
we all
that
love
line
avocados
right now.
A little sprinkle of salt, whatever, sesame, whatever's on it. I know how much an avocado costs, and I know how much toast costs. There's no reason that you should be charging me this much for it. This is absolutely insane. And then the next one is, and it's another thing that I want to make clear that I like before I say it, the birria tacos.
Yes.
Phenomenal, right? It's great. I mean, what's not to like about like slow cooked beef that tears apart and it's grilled in a thing with cheese and you dip it in its own juices? Great. It's also like it's only been popular here for what, like the last like 5-ish years or so, and it's been, it's a very classic like Mexican staple. Like it's like, they've been doing it forever, and then we were like, no, well, we do it now. we have birria ramen. Who? Why? You're gonna disrespect two cultures like that? It's crazy. So we're doing too much with the birria. Places are making birria that have absolutely no business doing it, and they don't know what they're doing, and their consommé sucks, and their beef somehow isn't tender, and they're using like like store bought tortillas that suck, and it's just
Yeah.
like. But then another thing, it's like 3 of them is like $20. It's just so people. You need to stick to what you know.
Yeah. Also, it's like your yogurt shop. What are you doing? Like,
Yeah,
it's not-
exactly.
you don't-
Well, exactly. Or it's like a coffee shop that has a $17 avocado toast. It's like
Yeah.
you're a coffee shop. There's a reason that I don't want, and that's why they have to charge so much. Is because they're a coffee shop. They're not a kitchen.
Right.
They're they have to charge a lot because half the avocados they buy go bad because not everybody wants avocado toast from this coffee shop. You
You're
know?
like, do you know how much HEB sells fresh avocado mash for?
I know.
It's like nothing. And
I
then you
know.
go, and bread is like, and everybody has a toaster.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what do you think that you're doing that's
And
so special?
I get it that you're using like the local bakery's sourdough and all that, but that's also not that much. It's still a couple bucks for a loaf. It's not like $30 a loaf. That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, there's some trends that I just
You're also like, hey, just did you notice there was no line in here? There's a reason for
yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah. There's a lot of trends right now. I can't bring any more to mind, but food is in a very trend heavy. I think it's probably always been this way, but I'm a lot more into food now than I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very trend heavy. Every burger is a smash burger now.
Yeah.
Which I like. I love a smash burger. I prefer a smash burger over like a thick patty, but like every burger is like a smash burger with a special sauce and American cheese
Right.
and like also Wagyu. I'm tired of Wagyu being in everything.
Right.
Like I'm so tired of dude, I've been places that are like Texas chili made with Wagyu. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be Wagyu.
Yeah.
You need
It's like it's perfect.
yeah, it's fine. This is chili. Use 80-20 ground beef. I don't need Wagyu in chili, but they're like, no, that's how we charge so much for it. That's what it all comes back to, I think, for me.
Yeah.
Is like a place that has no reason to use any form of Wagyu, and then they're like, well, that's why a bowl of chili is $20. You're getting and it's like I didn't need Wagyu in this.
Right.
I didn't ask for this. I wanted chili. If I wanted Wagyu, I'd go to a steakhouse.
Like, also, we're at a music festival. Like,
yes.
chill,
oh my
chill,
god, dude. Yes, 100%. It's like we didn't need this. I
mean,
mean,
like-
ACL.
One of my favorite restaurants in Nashville is there's a it's a hot dog place, and it's called Daddy's Dogs, and
Okay.
it's just a very like of all the crazy things and all the crazy trends. The guy who runs it, Sean, he's an amazing guy. He's been a guest on this pod before, but it's just a big hot dog with like great ingredients. He says, "This is what I do.
Yeah.
You come here. This is it. This is how it
See.
like." It's piled up. It's huge. It's big.
I'm
You can
with ya.
share it.
I'm with you. I love a place that's like, this is what we do and we do it right.
Yeah.
You know, I love a place in Nashville. I think it's on the east side called Dino's.
Yeah.
Little dive bar. They've got like a burger with a couple little options. Like you can add bacon or you can have a double or a single or whatever. They've got a Frito pie. They've got they have a very small menu. It's such a dive bar and they just do it really good. The burger's not like a A5 Wagyu smash patty with it's just
Yeah.
like, this is our burger and this is what's on it and this is our Frito pie and you can have that too, and it's all relatively reasonably priced. I love a place that's just like, we do a couple things well.
Yeah.
We don't do everything.
I mean,
I'm
I'm-
the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
Another thing that makes me mad.
Well, we can end it there. 'Cause
Yeah, we don't have time to
your
talk
boy-
about the Cheesecake
no,
Factory.
Your boy loves the Cheesecake Factory.
Really?
Dude, there's a theater in Austin that literally the theater is here and the Cheesecake Factory is here. And I just go, you know what goes great with any movie? Fried pickles and cheesecake. I mean,
Yeah.
you're like the combination.
pickles and
I mean,
cheesecake.
dude,
Yeah, where else are you gonna get that? Only a place that has a 15-page menu. That's where
See,
you're
that's what I'm
gonna
saying.
get it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But like you're like, you know what? There's a lot of other problems to fix in the culinary universe.
Yeah.
Than
the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah. Well, also like if you, I'm convinced that if you have a problem in your family and you gotta fix it, if you guys sat down at the Cheesecake Factory, you're gonna find a way to resolve that issue.
Yeah, because everybody's happy. You get some bread to start.
Yes.
You got pasta.
Now it is.
I got Asian.
Yep.
You got a burger. We're all happy.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you're through the appetizers. Now you can get to the real meal.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Exactly.
Dude, you're crushing these, dude. What is your favorite conspiracy theory to research?
Wow. Now, tough question here. I think you know what I think we got to bring it back to? Gucci Mane.
Oh, dude, I love it.
So
I could live here.
There's a conspiracy. So Gucci Mane used to be very fat. He was on drugs.
Yeah.
He had a very big belly. He was addicted to lean and all other sorts of things.
Yes, he was.
He's been to prison many times, or at least been arrested many times, but he ended up, I forget what year it was. I think it's somewhere around 2012, 2013. He got arrested and he went to prison for 2 years.
Yeah.
And he came out and he was in shape. He was buff. He no longer had gold teeth. He had veneers, like,
Yeah.
His rap sounds different. His voice sounds a little different. He doesn't have quite the same flow. The voice is just a little different.
I love where this is going.
And there are people who have, the conspiracy is that he was a clone. Now, the question you might ask is, who would want to clone Gucci? Like, what value would it be to clone Gucci Mane? And you're asking the wrong questions.
Yeah.
We're looking at the evidence. We're not looking at the motive. Okay.
Yeah.
But there is a lot, like, now there. I mean, the before and after pictures of him, he does look like a different, he looks like a different person. And now, as somebody who is also, I'm sober. I was addicted to drugs for many years, and I'm sober now. I have seen the transformation that can happen when people get off drugs, get healthy, get their life together, but there's something not right.
Yeah.
So, and then also, he is being sort of handled in a way by his wife.
Right.
It's been recently shared that Gucci Mane might or does have schizophrenia, which is highly possible if he was somebody who might have been predisposed to that.
Right.
And then years and years of drug abuse could definitely have triggered that.
For sure.
There were some episodes when he was on drugs that are definitely like mental breaks.
Oh, dude, I read his biography cover to cover.
Me too. It's one of my favorite books.
I used to have a bit
it's
about
so
how,
good.
I used to have a bit about how I used to tell a story about reading all these books and you have to read chapters and chapters and chapters to find something good. And then I told the story about when Gucci gets pulled over and he's got like machine guns in the car and the cops pull him over. He doesn't believe they're the cops. So he's like, call a cop. And then a bunch of other cops show up. He still doesn't believe they're the cops. And they
Yeah.
have to tase him twice.
Yep.
And he still doesn't believe they're police. And I go, the point is, that's chapter 1 of that book.
Yes,
That's how the book starts.
Yes, that it is such a good book. If you are the slightest bit interested in anything Gucci Mane related,
Awesome.
even if you're not, it's such a good read. But yeah, so then I'm like, well, this is just a man. He's recovered from addiction. He's trying to walk the tightrope. He's dealing with a very severe mental illness. But then I think, this is a really great story. This is a really good lie being told so that they can limit his public appearances and always have a handler with him in case the clone starts, or whatever clones do. So that's probably my favorite one.
I saw Total Recall. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So then, and there was another conspiracy that goes along with this, that this other rapper whose name is Hobson, who kind of just disappeared randomly, has been turned into Gucci, that he is the new Gucci Mane. Now, I know somebody in Miami who matched with him on a dating app like last year, so I don't think that it's him. But
I love this.
But I love where it's going, but also another convenient thing. It goes, well, he can't be being Gucci Mane. He's on a dating app in Miami. It's
Right.
like, but did you meet up with him? No. They just threw one person off the scent.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite conspiracy.
If you're doing it in Miami, there's enough influencers in Miami. They're going to end up on an alpha male podcast.
Yeah, right.
Justifying their existence.
Yes.
It's like, well, Gucci Man it's like a whole thing.
Yeah, you end up on some red pill alpha.
By the way, I had one of the weirdest experiences in the Oklahoma City airport involving Gucci Man.
What?
Dude, I was in the airport, and I always fly out really early because, like, when you're flying out of Will Rogers, you don't fly directly anywhere.
No,
You got to
yeah.
fly to a hub.
Yes.
Always.
Every time.
I've never had a direct flight at Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Which
It's
is
a
like
nightmare.
I love where I'm from, but like we could fix that.
Come on.
And so I'm in the airport notoriously early, and I'm walking through security, and I get to the other end, and I'm just kind of walking through the store. I was going to grab something to drink for the flight, and I see all these dudes, and they have amazing clothes and amazing shoes, and I'm just like, you see, like, and you're like, oh my gosh, like these shoes are amazing, like they're like custom Nikes, or they're like, you're like, I know most things, I don't know these.
Yeah.
And so you're like, and then there's a few people, like, you're like, oh my gosh, and then you can smell that they were having a good time early.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe they didn't go to bed.
Yeah, right.
So you're like, oh, okay, and then you realize when you're like, oh, they're a group, they're a tribe, they're all together, and you go, okay, and then as I'm walking to my gate, I see this very, very tall, lanky person with dreadlocks walking towards me, and he has very wild pants on. And it is, I realize as I get closer, it's Wiz Khalifa.
Oh, okay.
And I'm walking towards him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love Wiz Khalifa. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, he's
Yeah.
awesome. And as you're walking close, I'm like, what do I do? Like, I'm a white kid from Oklahoma. Like, you're like, and he clearly did a show and is like just trying to get to the next gig. He probably did a gig at OU or something like that. He
Yeah.
got paid a lot. Like, but he's like, he doesn't want to be here.
Yeah, he's like, let's take the earliest flight out of
Yeah.
Oklahoma. Yeah.
And so you're like, but you just want to be like, hey, like, yeah,
Yeah, that's
just
what
want-
you do. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
we show him your your shinnigan. That's what I wanted to do. So
Yeah.
but you're just like, I want to tell him, like, dude, you
Yeah.
you just want to give him like a nod, like, I know who you are, but be cool.
Yeah.
And then as I get closer, I see him kind of like look at me, and it's not he flashes me a look. It's like, it's not good. And you're like, oh, okay. You're like, should I? And you're like, you can just tell, like, he's looking me up and down, like in a very odd, like, aggressive way. And you're
Yeah.
like, what is this? Like, I don't know. I've never felt this before in my whole life.
Do I have beef with Wiz Khalifa?
That's what I
forgot
thought.
about?
And as I pass him, I didn't say anything. I kind of like looked at him like cool. I know who you are. And I was like, what is that? That like sent shivers down my spine. And then I realized I had a T-shirt that I had custom made, and the entire front of the shirt was Gucci Mane's face tattoo. It was that logo on the entire shirt.
Which
And
is-
it was at the point where they were beefing
Oh,
hard.
no.
And you're like, oh my gosh. I felt a little bit of that rap beef, and you're like, I'm not made for the game.
No, not
I'm
at
not,
all.
I couldn't handle this at all. He dirty looked me at the point where I know nobody has weapons. Like, he went through the
Yeah,
most security,
yeah.
and he could possibly do. Was like, I don't feel safe.
Yeah.
I don't feel safe
and
at all.
Wiz, on a scale of dangerous rappers, is probably at the bottom of the list.
Yeah, him and Wale.
So
You're just-
yeah. But it still made you feel that way. That's so
Oh,
funny,
dude.
dude. That's awesome.
But like, you talk about feeling a beef.
Really.
You're like,
"Ah."
dude, you're like, I could never do this. I could never be Brandon Sagalow. I could never do it. Shout out Sag.
Yeah, Sag Daddy's the best.
Well, Matt, we're to the last question. It's the
Okay.
big one.
You-
What hill would you die on?
You know, I was unsure. I thought about multiple things, and I think that there has been a theme of our conversation that has led me to one of my many things that I was thinking about,
Oklahoma's
which
the
is
promised
that
land?
Oklahoma is obviously the promised land, but I
Almost
don't want to
there.
die on that hill with you because then the podcast is just over.
Right. Also, there's no hills in Oklahoma, so that makes
There's
it real
also
difficult.
that would be really
That's
funny.
very
There's-
difficult.
We have the Arbuckle Mountains, which are like 50 feet tall.
That's
Yeah, and that's it. I think golf is the greatest game to ever exist. I really do. And listen, here's the thing. I call it a game for a reason. There's a debate on sport or not sport. I think it's a sport, but like, I don't want to, that's not the debate I'm trying to have. Not that this needs to be a debate, but I feel like I know you disagree with me. And I want to be clear. I grew up from when I started playing sports in like second grade until I went to high school, I played everything. I played baseball, I played football, I played soccer, I played basketball. High school on, I played basketball. From like middle school to high school, I played AAU basketball. So I played all year, every year. I went to college to play. I didn't end up playing some, life stuff, whatever. But like that was my sport. So like I didn't start playing golf until like 3.5 years ago or something like that. So I understand that there's a lot of other really great sports, but something about golf is it puts it above all the others. The intricacies of it, the differential in like skill level, all the things that people don't realize go into it, its versatility of being like a wildly high-end sport that like only the most elite athletes and elite like social class can play, but also being a thing that you can go do and drink 12 beers during.
Right.
Like the versatility of it, how fun and addicting it is, how insanely infuriating it is, and then immediately so gratifying the next shot. It just makes it the best.
Right.
That's the hill that I will die on.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, anybody that says it's not a sport, that's insanity.
I agree.
Because you're like the greatest golfer to ever exist has hurt his back and his hips because he was swinging so hard.
Yes, exactly.
Driving anything 400 yards, regardless of what you're using, if all you're using is your strength as a catalyst, that's a sport.
Yeah.
And also, I'm a big believer, like Oklahoma rodeo, but essentially you're just riding something. Mm-hmm. Obviously you think, oh, rodeo is a sport, but you're like, I think golf is more of an argument to be a sport than rodeo does, even though I totally believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you're just
I agree.
You're just trying to not be thrown off something.
Yeah, but it also does take an extreme amount of strength and
Right.
like, because that is the thing. And like in the old days for golf, you look and it's these guys, they're unathletic, whatever, and you get the random ones like John Daly that we were talking about earlier, who was like a drunk, is a drunk and drinks like literally a dozen Diet Cokes and smokes cigarettes and then goes and he's a freak. If you look at all of the people right now who are like the best golfers in the world, they are training, they're fit. Some of them are even like buff.
Golf,
they are doing all sorts of stuff.
Golf and NFL referees went through the same evolution at the same time.
All of a sudden, you're like, why are they all buff now?
There were every referee in the NFL was fat, had a big, huge belly gut, was just
funny.
like out of breath when they were spotting the ball because they every team ran power eye and you had to move the ball from here to here. But now they have to run and like there are so many clips where the NFL referees are keeping up with the receivers.
Yeah.
And it's like, you look at the evolution, it's like now every golfer has like tech pants and like, there's a buddy of mine that played golf at Vanderbilt and he's like a professional golfer. And, dude, his workout regimen is like he's got like traps and he's like a small dude.
They do really intense stuff and like they do all sorts of workouts and massage. Like I watch videos of those guys working out and they work out so hard, and a lot of them are doing it like before a round to get loose and strengthen the right muscles and all that. Like it's intense.
Right.
Well, I will say my final statement on golf and why it's so great and why it's so addicting, so many people get into it, is that at any given point during an 18-hole round, somebody who objectively sucks at golf has the ability and the chance to hit a shot that is just as good as Tiger Woods. Truly, that could happen. You just swing the right one, you catch the right part of the club, it goes, and it's this far from the hole.
By the way, when you're trying to sell it, that's how you sell it, right?
That's what makes it addicting. No baseball fan is going to step up to the plate and hit a 99-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball out of the park on accident. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
So that is what nobody is gonna stiff arm Ray Lewis to the ground while they're running into the end zone when you're just a normal guy. Right. But a guy who just got off work and is playing 9 holes quickly before the sun goes down and he has to get home to his wife who he hates. could step up to a tee and hit a perfect shot that is just as good as one that his favorite golfer could hit, and that feeling is what you chase constantly.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah. Turns out I have an addictive personality. Who would have
Dude,
guessed?
I'm gonna tell you something. That's a better thing to be addicted to than most things.
Yeah, right.
Bro, where can everybody find you?
Matt Ross Comic on every platform. All my tour dates are there. Check out the Friendly Fire podcast. Yeah.
Absolutely, dude.
Cool.
Well, dude, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Also, my people, follow Matt. He's incredibly funny. I've seen him on tour multiple times. Absolutely an amazing show. So go check him out. Go see him live. And we'll see you guys next week.